Hey guys, Marisa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I've got a brand new shortcut card sketch for you. This is shortcut card sketch number 21. If you're not familiar with our shortcut card sketches, go check it out on the blog, KitchenTableStamper.com. We have now 21 public sketches. There are 23 public sketches. 21, 22, and 23 are part of our holiday catalog paper sampler. We usually unveil new sketches with paper sampler, at least publicly. Our card club members tend to get them first. But these are all available resources for you to print right off of the blog. Where it says project details, click here. Go ahead and click there. It'll take you to the blog post for this card, shortcut card sketch number 21, featuring the paper tags. And underneath that video, embedded on that blog post, you're gonna find, click here for today's project sheet, and that'll be the project sheet for this card. And then you'll find click here for shortcut card sketch number 21, which will give you a free PDF download. All right, so I'm gonna start with our card base today, which is level A, and that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And today I have gray granite. All right, so we're gonna start there and we're gonna do a little stamping on our background. Let's put that aside for a second. I have got a leaf and gray granite Stampin' pad. Now, this leaf is from Textured Notes stamp set. And we're gonna go ahead and just add a quick bit of stamping to our background here. A little tone on tone. Very elegant way to add a little something extra. All right, so I'm gonna do the bottom left corner here and stamp a couple leaves there. Let the ink transfer. And then I'm going to do up and to the right a little bit. Almost off the edge there. That should be about right. And there's our background. Then next up we have B, which is 3 3/4 by 2. And I've got this autumn toile paper, that's B. C, which is also 3 3/4 but by 1 1/2. I've got more autumn toile paper. And E is any shape of your choice. In this case, I shook it up a little bit. It says 2 3/4 by 2 inches. I'm going to use some white cardstock and the paper tags to make that image. D is 4 7/8 by 1 1/4. All right, so there we go. Right now, let's go ahead and get some of these layers onto the card, and then we'll do some stamping. Let me flip these over. You can see the other side of this Autumn Toile Designer Series paper. I love the monochromatic B side, and then the A side has a fall scene. So here's a mossy meadow, one that looks like a pond and rocks. There's some ducks on it, like maybe good for the hunters in your life. And then this grid that we're going to use has a fall and autumn tree scene on it in neutral colors, really pretty. It's a fun paper pack. And then we have our Cajun Craze fox, and that is our stripe. Whether you prefer the A side patterns or the B side patterns, or you use both on different projects, it's kind of like getting two paper packs in this one. It's really a neat pack of paper. All right, let's put this aside for just a minute. We've got our B, C, and D layers on, and now we're gonna do a little bit of stamping. I have paper tags here, and you guys, I'm gonna be really honest about this one. It took me a while to come around to it. And then when I ordered it, I got it for the dies. I bought the bundle because some of the sentiments were appealing to me. And now I'm having a hard time putting it down. If you missed our Peaceful Days Stamp and Stick card class, you need to go check that out because we really used a bunch of the sentiments in that class. So I don't know, I would just say take another look at it. We're going to use it today. We used it in the Peaceful Days Stampin' Stick card class. Maybe I'll link that one so that you can check it out in a completely different setting of designer series papers and a color combination, but really good stamp set, and there's a great die set that goes along with it. So even if you don't love the dies, or even if you don't love the stamps, the dies are worth their price in gold. They really are great. We're going to use this great big bread tag as our level E item. So pretty cool set. And it came by surprise for me. All right, so I'm going to set it up on my Stamparatus with a solid image that is this detailed. I like to use my stamp positioner. I have not found a better one on the market that I want to use, so I keep using my Stamparatus. I know. There are lots of different positioners out there to choose from. Find one that you like if you don't have a Stamparatus. And if you do, use it and love it and enjoy it. That's what I'm doing. I paid good money for it, and so did you. That's how I feel about all the supplies that you're using. All right, so we're going to ink and stamp. And the thing is, with this image, that's almost good enough. It's almost good enough. But I want it to be really high contrast and really lovely. So I'm going to add a little more ink, and then I'm just going to gently stamp over again. And then we'll get the early espresso parts, our early espresso, nice, smooth, full coverage, and the white is a nice crisp contrast. And there it is. We'll let that dry for a little bit. And my early espresso is one of these old style pads. I don't know if that's why, but it always takes a little while to dry. So while that dries thoroughly before we die cut it, let's take a look at some of the other items here that I got. And I've got a little, what I call paper embellishment here. And I used 2 punches that at the time when I used them, they were on last chance, but now they're gone. Hopefully, I've already convinced you that these are awesome tools and that you really need them. This is the bow punch if you got it. Use it if you got it. Otherwise, I'm sure you have lots of leaves in your collection if you have been doing this for a while. And then this is the Petal Park Builder Punch. And again, if you follow me, I've probably convinced you to buy it already because it makes great paper embellishments. But if you don't have this one, it's not available any longer. You'll have to see what you've got in your collection to substitute. I did my leaf from Old Olive and my flower, the medium and the small one, with Petal Pink. All right, let's go ahead and put our flower together. I'm still just letting that stamped image dry for just a bit longer. So let me get my Stampin' Pierce mat here. And when I do little flower embellishments like this, I like to take my Take Your Pick tool. I've got the capped petty end, and I just press and give them a cup shape. And then I'll take a glue dot and put the smaller flower on a glue dot. Line it up inside the medium flower. I'll press them together, and then I'll grab another glue dot and pop the flower on the glue dot. Now I've got a peel and stick embellishment. Stay on there. Did you see that trying to get away from me? And then I will also take a glue dot and put it on the stem of my leaves. All right, so those are ready to go. Now I think we can pull a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in here and cut what I like to call the big bread tag. All right. It says, "May your day be filled with sunshine." I think that's a great greeting for an everyday card. And I think this Autumn 12 Designer Series paper is for far more than just autumn. Pretty awesome, huh? Makes me smile. All All right, so let's get our card sketch back in here so that we can follow the sketch and assemble our card. Got my stamped image here and some liquid glue. So this is our E element, and we're going to add that between the two designer series papers. I like to give it just a bit of an angle. There we go. I think that works. Then we've got our pick and stick elements here, our flower and leaf sprig. Not too bad. And let's do a little bit of embellishment here. I've got a few embellishments. My paper sampler for the holiday catalog came with, if you did the sampler and sketch series layer with either the PDF sketches or with the laminated sketches, you got a pack of the streaked dots. I love these. You guys, I think that they are gorgeous. I'm going to add one of these right to the center of my flower. I'm going to try a smaller one this time. I think it works pretty good. And then I'm going to add a couple of these brushed brass butterflies. Oh, that's a hard one for me to say. I like the metallic element that they add. And so I'll take a big one and a little one and just have them kind of fluttering away from the flower. Pretty good. And the last thing that was included in your sampler, if you got one of the sketch levels, we do offer just the paper level for those who just want the paper and have everything else, just want to follow along. This is the Early Espresso and Old Olive Linen Thread. I love this stuff. Our original sample has the Early Espresso. For this sample, I'm going to try the Old Olive. I think with our Old Olive leaf, it'd be pretty cool. If you got the paper sampler from us at any level, you got this card, handmade by us, included in your package, and we used the petal pink braided trim for your cards and unspooled or unbraided the ribbon and did pink. So lots of options here. You can do the regular linen thread too, but we want to add a little texture, a little fun. I think I like that. Let's get a glue dot. Oh, look at there's one stuck to my ribbon. I'm going to use it. Waste not, want not. Put that on the bow and snug it right up against the flower. Uh-oh. Nope, I put it on my finger and then put it on the flower. There we go. That big loopy bow. Which one do you like better, the Old Olive or the Early Espresso? You can leave it in the comments if you like. I hope that you enjoyed our shortcut card sketch number 21. Simple, sweet, great place to jump in with these sketches. Go get them off the blog and enjoy them. If you've got any questions about the project or the shortcut card sketches or anything Stampin' Up, you can reach out, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. And to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, you can buzz over to marisaalvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.